Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Ailman, the CalSTRS Chief Investment Officer.
And I'm LaShae Badelita, CalSTRS Investments Diversity Officer.
CalSTRS is the largest educator-only pension fund in the world. Our mission is to secure the financial future and sustain the trust of more than 1 million California educators. CalSTRS' efforts to expand diversity in the management of investments began all the way back in 1989 with the fund's first capital commitments to emerging managers. Since then, diversity within investments has been formally established as a strategic initiative of the Investment Committee and integrated into the overall investment policy and management plan. Now, in 2022, the investment branch established what I like to call the Big Three: the collaborative model, a pledge to net zero, and then a pledge to expand diversity. As the Investment Diversity Officer, LaShae applies her investment expertise to develop and implement our diversity in the management of investment strategy across the CalSTRS Total Fund. In collaboration with myself, Deputy CIO Scott Chan, and the asset class directors, LaShae expands our diversity initiatives with external investment managers, events that promote diversity within the broader investment industry, and building relationships with industry affinity groups.
Thanks, Chris. To illustrate our global commitment, leadership, and influence in innovating DEI principles in the investment industry, CalSTRS for nearly a decade has published an annual progress report that embodies 3 core pillars of our diversity in the management of investment strategy. The first pillar focuses on the investment branch, where we strive to attract diverse professionals who will drive innovation within our organization. We support staff development through our student intern program and our investment mentor program. We address barriers to promoting DEI through events like our Beyond Talk workshops. The second pillar is portfolio company engagement, where along with our investment industry partners, we influence global markets by steering and inspiring changes in corporate boards. Lastly, the third pillar is portfolio management, where we, consistent with our fiduciary duties, pursue and invest in emerging managers and diverse managers that generate performance that is aligned with our risk and return objectives.
So, LaShae, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
What does diversity in the management of investments mean to you?
I think what I really appreciate about our diversity and investment management strategy is that it really plays a pivotal role in the whole ecosystem of diversity. One thing that we accomplished this year under this strategy is to really take a look at our definitions of emerging manager and diverse manager. And I think what was very, innovative is that CalSTRS, for the first time, developed a definition for diverse manager, right? So we recognize that emerging managers are based on investment stage, where, typical minimum qualifications, small, AUM, perhaps just on their first through third institutional fundraising. Yep. But I like that you really pushed me and the staff to really take a look at diverse managers and have that definition applicable across the total fund. So regardless of whether you're small or large in size as far as AUM, we really want to be intentional in regards to promoting DEI in that space as well. So thank you for that.
It was something we struggled with for a long time because diversity is broader than just your ethnicity. And I think that really was a challenge for us of how in the world do you define that?
Yes.
And how do you recognize people with very different backgrounds? I didn't have the right answer, so I know. Tap into the team and have them come up with a description. And that is something that I was really proud. The board adopted first time right away. Didn't really have a lot of significant changes, which to me was a huge victory.
And on that point, as to what avenue, how to approach sort of providing that environment to have these engaging conversation, is that we also launched, say in 2022, our DEI manager survey, where the managers provided us some great insight as to what they are also doing in DEI and how they view the importance of DEI, not only in their organization, but then also in the investments that they're managing on our behalf.
I was really pleased with the response. So it was nice to hear back from the managers, and you're right. Some of them are at the cutting edge. Some were honest in admitting they're just starting. But if we can promote best practices from what we learn from others, that's going to help the whole industry out.
Right. And on that point of influencing and sort of providing a set of best practices, you are a part of the CFA Institute's DEI
Steering committee,
I should say, where they actually produced a DEI code of best practices that can be used across the industry. What was it like participating in that effort?
It was really rewarding because I really appreciate the CFA. They're the leader of our industry, taking this on and recognizing diversity was important. They went around the country and held workshops. And what quickly bubbled up from different parts of the country was some people had really been active in this and had really good success stories. Right. And that's what they quickly realized, well, we can promote best practices. Instead of sort of laying down rules or goals, we can promote best practices, set up principles so that everybody strives to do better, which should yield better investment results.
Yeah, I really do appreciate the set of guidelines. And I think, as you mentioned, CFA Institute, they're highly reputable. They are the institution that the investment go to for some set of guidance in regards to merits. And so thank you for being a part of that.
No, I'm honored. I'm thrilled you helped put together our diversity in investment management annual progress report. And I love the fact that we call it a progress report. It's not just a report like we're done and finished. No,
Right.
This is a marathon. Here's where we are for this mile, but we've already started the next mile. Yeah. And you mentioned it in the report. I love our Beyond Talk series. It really has always resonated with me because we're trying to move beyond talk, empowering gender diversity. 70% of our membership is female, and that's not true in the investment management industry. I've often said we need to tap into all that talent and help make a better playing field and a more even playing field for women in our investment industry. We've done 10 of those, which is really inspiring to me. You know, we were sort of the inspiration, the muse behind the whole idea of the fearless girl in that statue, and I am so proud of that. All my daughters have taken their picture with it. It's just, to me, my goal always has been to change the face of Wall Street. Just that simple. And it's not this face. It's got to be a more diverse face.
Yes, and for those who are listening, so Beyond Talk essentially is a one-day workshop. You get to listen to a lot of industry experts, and then the idea is that they would take what they've learned from that morning session and then proceed to an actual table workshop and develop objectives of how to promote DEI in their respective organizations and therefore in the industry as well.
And I think our most significant that we've done since the very beginning of those is a commitment wall, where people, before they leave, make a commitment. They write down on a postcard. It gets sent back to themselves 90 days later, because you get fired up at a workshop and you come away with ideas, but I want them to carry it on. It doesn't do any good to be fired up and then go right back to regular life the next day. I want them to make a commitment, and then they get reminded, this is what I said I would do. And I think that's created a longevity. Every place we've gone, we've kind of populated a core that hopefully then goes out and spreads the word and makes a difference.
Yeah, I did receive my postcard in the mail. I don't know if you did.
I did. No, I did. And I had forgotten what I pledged. And I have it now posted on the wall in my office
Every
of like,
day,
right, I got to get back to this. So,
accountability. Yeah.
hey, it was wonderful to talk with you.
You
Diversity
too.
obviously is super passionate to both of us. And thank you for joining our team. You are an awesome addition.
Thank you.
At CalSTRS, we're committed to measuring and managing our progress in hiring, promoting, and investing in a diverse array of practitioners within CalSTRS and across the financial markets. We really hope you enjoy reading our 2022 Diversity in the Management of Investments Annual Progress Report.